Hello and welcome to our 2-octave scale general tutorial. So as we advance as pianists, we go from 1-octave scales. Actually, some students start with the 5-finger scales, then 1 octave, and then on to 2 octaves. So a little bit of good news here. Once you cross that threshold into a 2-octave scale, did you know that you can play more octaves with ease? 3-octave scales, 4 octaves, however far you want to go up and down the keyboard. So really the 2-octave scale is the gateway to many more octaves, and I think that's a little bit of a comfort as we're moving forward into new and challenging perhaps fields. So at the piano, I'm just going to choose here a scale arbitrarily to get us started with. I want to choose the scale of D major. Now some of you may be thinking, I really wanted C major. Well, C major actually is kind of hard to play with 2 octaves because all of the keys are natural and it's easy to lose track of where you're at in the scale. So I thought, you know what, the sharps will kind of give us a little bit of a landmark, and I think it'll be a little more helpful. Give it a try. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to start at the scale. This time I'm going to choose to take it down an octave. That way I have plenty of room as I ascend. So here we go on the 3 notes to F sharp, turning the right hand on G. This is all review. Okay, so this is the top of where we do 1 octave. Now instead of my right hand putting a 5th finger down, that's the stopping point. Your 5th finger, I don't know if you're aware of this, the 5th finger is the we're done. So once you hit that 5th finger, you can't continue forward, at least with any amount of grace. So we want to get to that top of the scale. And instead of putting a 5, I'm going to slide the thumb under and start a 1 again. So there, I can begin the scale and continue forward. Whoa, that worked. Okay, so again, it's up 3 fingers, then 4, not 5. Turn and start again. You're back to your usual pattern of 3 plus 5 there. Okay, so that works. Just one more thumb slide. Let's talk about the left hand and how that works, because we end on the thumb. So does that affect it in any way? Here's your group of 5 crossing a 3. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and take that thumb and leave it. However, now where do we go? Well, we're going to cross over the thumb. Normally this would be a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So we're going to leave the thumb on D and cross a 4. Usually the 4 plays the E in a normal position of the scale, left hand. So that's what we're going to continue forward. And then the fingering falls right in place. There's the thumb again, and we cross a 3. Okay, so I'm going to take this very slowly, hands together. If you're still working hands separately, pause the video now, go back and review as much as you need to, and then you can tune in when you feel like you're ready to put it hands together. Okay, so hands together. I'm going to take this at a half note beat. Don't rush ahead of me. It really helps us to talk through this and take our time. Hold, E, hold, here's the sharp. Turn your right hand to G, hold, A, turn the left hand, B, hold, C sharp, turn, so both hands have a thumb. Left hand turn your 4, E, hold, 3rd fingers are matching here. Right hand turns your thumb, hold, A, turn the left hand 3. Here's the top. And I'm going to walk it back down here if you want to follow along. I'll pause for a second in case you're just joining me, you can catch up. Okay, thumb goes under the normal position after 3 notes. Okay, here's the 3rd finger matching. Thumbs. This is where the left hand has 2. Instead of putting that 5, you put the thumb there. Right hand, you're turning a 4 this time. Notice it's usually a 5, but since we're continuing forward, we'll turn that 4th finger. Left hand U-turn is normal after the 3rd finger. Right hand turns, matching the 3rd finger. And okay, so I have taught many students over the years, and sometimes it's just not really clicking. So if that's you, if you're like, well, I've watched the video, I'm trying to play with you, my hands get all jumbled when I put it hands together. One idea is to go back to what we talked about way back on the major scales, and that is doing splats. Really fun word, isn't it? I love saying it, splats. So if you want to do it that way, then right hand, I'm just going to call out the finger groupings. 3 plus 4 plus 3 plus 5. Coming down, 5 plus 3, 4, 3. So that's one way to get your hand used to those groupings. It is slightly different because sometimes we're only using a group of 4 instead of the 5 and the 3 that we're accustomed to. Now for the left hand, if you want to join me, if you're brave, here we go. All 5 notes, 5 fingers, cross 3, cross 4, cross 3, coming down, cross 4, cross 3, bring your upper body with you, and there's your 5, making sure the elbow is supporting that 5th finger there. And so that gives you 2 octave scales. You can tell as I played that left hand, it ended up way over here. So I think really what I originally said about starting lower on the keyboard might actually help. That having the left hand go across the body can feel a little bit awkward, and you've got enough to worry about if you're learning these 2 octave scales. All right, friends, well, happy practicing. I hope that helped you. If it did, give the video a like, and thanks for joining in on the Scale Fun. See you next time.